Today decided to film in my car. It's raining out here. Today's main thought has been, or for the past week, it has been a sense of not really being able to do enough, or at least that's the feeling, since we're ramping up with the training. You kind of feel like it's like you need to go by the RPs and try to calm yourself down a little bit, but the sense that you could be doing more and want to do more, and holding yourself back a little bit at the gym, not going full force, or at least not picking the exact weight you would actually normally be able to do, and going a little bit below that, and having the self-discipline to do that. That has been the main theme of this week. I've been focusing on other things, on recovery, which for this week, start of the week, in terms of sleeping, didn't go that well. I spent most of the evenings editing, so I kind of sacrificed a little bit of sleep for that, so that was not smart in terms of recovery, but I feel like I was able to handle it because the training hasn't ramped up yet. But for next week I'll focus more on the sleep part. My smaller goal is to hit at least 7 hours each day for the next week. I've noticed that that's the minimal required amount for me to recover, like almost fully, or like close to perfect, like a little bit over 7. I think that's the perfect window, between 7 and 8. I've found sometimes 9 and even 10 are required after a heavier phase, but that's not the case right now. I just finished finished coming from a store or the supermarkets. Bought some food for the next week, which I'm going to prepare soon. My schedule right now is basically I do my meal prep on my rest days, which are Thursday and Sunday. So now it's Sunday, September 15th. 2.5 months till the competition. I'm already starting to feel a little tingles or excitement in the back of my head, in the bottom of my stomach, little butterflies. But I'm definitely excited, really excited. I'm mostly excited about being able to catch those big PRs, which for now are a total mystery, since I haven't taken actual 1 rep maxes. Last time was in the last competition, which was somewhere around May. So, and since then I've improved in my working sets, weight in those, and also I felt and noticed my muscles growing, especially, for example, at the upper part of my chest. I've noticed it has kind of filled up, and also that on all over my body the muscles are looking way fuller. So that would be an indication of more performance, but need to be patient for that. If I would go and hit my 1 rep maxes now, it would kind of ruin and postpone the progress, since the optimal time or optimal way of accumulating and building strength is not in the higher echelons of your capability. You're supposed to train most of the time, maybe 80% of the workload is sub-maximal load, with maybe like somewhere between 60 and 80% of your full potential weights you're able to do. So back to the feeling of not doing enough parts. I think that might also trickle down to my other parts of life as well. I have so many things that I'm currently working on. I have so many things I'm deeply passionate about, and things I want to do, and things that require a lot of my time to be able to be somewhat successful, or even a little bit successful in those areas. Not that I define success as a concrete achievement in all other things. I need to take a lot more time to, a lot more focus to wind down. I have a tendency to go, or maybe my way of life is all out, maximum effort. Even if you don't have any clue, I feel like it's better to do something, even if you don't have any idea what you're doing. I think it's still way better than doing nothing. So wanting to do all of the things at the same time and not having the resources to be able to do that, nor the energy, kind of not necessarily hurts, but it's unfortunate, since at the start of each person's life, we're a bundle of potential, and as we go along, we narrow our focus and decide on a certain path we decide to embark on, and that indicates a sacrifice of all the other paths you're deciding to not go on. And as I go along, I feel like I want to still, even though I'm not committing to the other paths, I still want to keep a kind of memory of those paths near me as I go on this current path. And I feel like the memory of the other paths enriches the current path I'm on, and I'm able to embrace at least a little parts of those other paths. This sounds too wishy-washy. For example, music, if I would want to go full on the music thing, that would require a lot of time, but since I don't have that time, I'm settling on a lesser version of my expression on that front. But at times I have sparks of inspiration and time where I'm able to still go forward a little bit on those paths, even if just by little. That's still forward and not completely lost. Other example is, for example, language learning, which I've started again more since I had this. After the deload, I had more energy, so it almost automatically went to my other interests. So language learning, music. On Wednesday I started practicing German again, learning vocabulary and stuff. It's been quite a while, maybe 1.5 years since I last studied it all. Here and there I have phases where I use it casually or use my old knowledge, but I haven't really been updating it as consistently as I probably should have and could have, but didn't, because I had other priorities. But I want to include that as a part of my life, even if it's just a little. For next week, the RPs are increasing again. I haven't looked at next week's program, but I hope there's gonna be 180 kg squats start of the week. That's probably the lift I'm most looking forward to. In terms of the other lifts, I'm also looking forward to bench. Last week or all along this couple of since I had these couple of weeks, I've been practicing some new bench cues, which I'm hoping to implement to increase my total or my bench. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't, or I didn't notice any difference. But I'm practicing few of them and maybe also coming up with some new ones just to test them out and see if there's anything there. For now, with my current technique and form and stuff, I'm feeling pretty confident. It is very strong, at least baseline which to build up from and add little things that might give you the edge in some situations. Connecting with yesterday was the EDUVAS competition day, which I filmed a video about, which you should watch. It was pretty fun day. I was jumping around like a monkey there, interviewing people. It was fun. And today I connected with one of my other friends, and we studied at a cafe and stuff. Yeah. Keep on training. Let's go.